Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture for the course Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. Today we will continue with the air conditioning process calculation and we will see today RSHF, GSHF and numericals on it. Myself Sumit Bardia, Assistant Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Hyderabad. In this lecture we will cover about room sensible heat factor, grand sensible heat factor, and we will see the numericals on it. Previously, in the previous lecture we have seen the sensible heat factor, sensible heat and latent heat. Based on that, we are going to see the concept of room sensible heat factor. Room sensible heat factor, which is known as RSHF, is the ratio of room sensible heat to the sum of room sensible heat and the room latent heat. For example, RSHF equal to RSH divided by RSH plus RLH. So here RSHF is nothing but room sensible heat factor, RSH is room sensible heat, and RLH is room latent heat. So the sum of room sensible heat and room latent heat is nothing but room total heat. So ratio will be RSH divided by RTH. The air which is to be supplied to the conditioned space must have the capacity to offset simultaneously both the room sensible and room latent heat loads. The room and supply air conditions to the space may be plotted on the psychrometric chart, which is shown here in this figure, and the points connected by the straight line. These are the points 1, 1 dash, 1 double dash, 1 triple dash and 2. This represents the psychrometric process of the supply air, this line, within the conditioned space, and that's why it is called as a room sensible heat factor line, RSHF line. The slope of the line gives the ratio of sensible heat load to the latent heat load. The supply air having dry bulb and wet bulb temperatures such that the condition point falls on this line will satisfy the requirements of the room with adequate supply of particular air. Now thus the supply air with properties as at 1 here, 1 dash, 1 double dash and 1 triple dash will satisfy the requirement, but only the quantities of air will be different for different supply of point. Supply condition at 1 here requires less air than 1 dash, and at triple dash is the highest of all 4 supply points. Now when the supply air conditions are not known, which is generally required to be found out, the RSHF line can be drawn from the calculated value of RSHF. In this figure, the calculated value of RSHF here, that is shown in this figure. From this sensible heat factor line, calculated RSHF. So here 50% relative humidity and 26 degrees Celsius dBT is nothing but we are calling as alignment circle. You need to take parallel line with the RSHF line, which will be touched to the sensible heat factor scale, gives you the calculated RSHF. Now here the procedure is draw a baseline through alignment circle here 26 degree and 28 degree, and calculated value of RSHF in the upper right corner of the chart. Draw the actual RSHF line through the room design condition at point 3 parallel to the baseline. This line is nothing but 3, 4. Thus the supply conditions of air falling on any point on the 3, 4 will offset the sensible and latent heat loads on the room, provided adequate quantity of such supply air is made available. So that is about the room sensible heat factor RSHF line. How we are going to plot, that is the procedure here. Next is grand sensible heat factor, which is known as GSHF, is defined as the ratio of total sensible heat to the grand total heat. Now what is grand total heat? Grand total is nothing but total sensible heat to the and total latent heat. The sum of these two is nothing but GTS, that is grand total heat. The cooling coil or the conditioning apparatus should handle this GTH. Now what is TSH here? If we see here, TSH is nothing but room sensible heat plus outside air sensible heat. So combination or sum of these two is nothing but total sensible heat. Similarly for latent heat also, RLH plus OALH, room latent heat plus outside air latent heat. So TSH is total sensible heat, which is nothing but RSH plus OASH. TLH is total latent heat, that is RLH plus OALH. Now here we know that the GTH is total sensible heat plus total latent heat. OASH is outside air sensible heat. OALH is outside air latent heat. OATH, here this is OATH is nothing but sum of OASH plus OALH. Now OASH is calculated by the derivation, and we have known the formula for it, that is 0.02044 V1 TB1 minus TB2, that is in terms of kilowatt, and OALH is calculated by 50 V1 W1 minus W2. So overall OATH is calculated by 0.02 V1 H1 minus H2. So these are the formula which will give the outside air conditions. Now under actual conditions, some outside air for ventilation and some infiltrated air from the outside mixes with the room air, and this outside air also adds up into sensible and latent heat load to the room, which is having its internal sensible and latent load. Thus these mixture conditions reach the cooling coil or conditioning apparatus, get cooled and dehumidified, and leave the apparatus with reduced temperatures and moisture content. The fall in temperature and moisture content is determined by the total sensible heat and latent heat required to be handled by the apparatus. Now, if the condition of the air entering the apparatus and the condition of air leaving the apparatus is joined by the straight line 1 to 2, here it is shown, it is joined. This gives GSHF line. Again I am repeating, if the condition of air entering the apparatus and the condition of air leaving the apparatus is joined, then it is known as GSHF line. This line 1 to 2 gives the psychrometric process which undergoes by air as it passes over the apparatus. Thus any point on this line will give you the sensible heat and the latent heat removed in the fixed proportion which is shown in this figure. If GSHF and the mixture condition entering apparatus are given, the GSHF can be drawn with the help of sensible heat factor scale in the same way as we have discussed in the room sensible heat factor. That is also here shown in figure. Here the mixture condition entering apparatus and GSHF, then we will find easily the required parameters. Now it may be noted that a point lies on RSHF line and GSHF line is the ideal supply condition to the room. Okay, so that we need to take care of it, or we need to remember this. Okay, so that is about the grand sensible heat factor and room sensible heat factor. For better understanding, we will see the numerical on the same. That will give you the clear idea about it. Now first example is about, we'll see accordingly. First we will read it. Air at 12 degrees Celsius dBT and 85% RH is brought to 36 degree dBT and 23.2 degrees Celsius WBT with the help of winter air conditioner. If the humidified air comes out of the humidifier at 85% RH, draw the various processes involved on the psychrometric chart and determine temperature to which air should be heated and efficiency of the air washer. Air washer is particularly a device which is used to increase or decrease the moisture content from the air. So if you want to increase the humidity level, you need to supply water, and if you want to dehumidify the air, you need to go for chemical treatment like silica gel we are using for it to absorb the moisture from the air. Okay, so here the given conditions are TD1 is given here, that is 12 degrees Celsius, and Phi1 that is 85%, so we are getting the 0.1. Then next it is given TD4 36 and TW4 is 23.2, so we are getting the 4 point. Now we need to draw the psychrometric process. Now we will first locate the point 1 at the intersection of 12 degrees Celsius and 85% RH, and point 4 is the intersection of 36 degree and 23.2 WBT line, so we'll get 1 and 4 point. Now since the final condition of air is obtained with the help of winter air conditioner, therefore the process involved are preheating, humidification and reheating. Preheating of entering air in the preheater, here the arrow shown here 1 to 2. Humidification of preheated air from 2 to 3 in a humidifier or air washer, and reheating of humidified air in a reheater. This process shown by 1 to 2, 2 to 3 and 3 to 4 on the psychrometric chart. These processes are obtained on the psychrometric chart by draw horizontal line through point 1 to represent sensible heating of air, and from point 4 a horizontal line to intersect 85% RH curve at point 3. Draw point 3 to 4, draw constant weight bulb temperature line which intersects the horizontal line through point 1 at point 2. Now line 1 to 2 represents preheating of air, 2 to 3 is humidification, and 3 to 4 is reheating of air to the final condition. Now what we need to calculate here? First, that is temperature to which air should be preheated, that is TdB2. So this point we need to find out, or temperature we need to find out, TdB2. Now if we can calculate easily through the psychrometric chart. So temperature we are getting as, if we project it on the dry bulb temperature, we will get TdB2 is as a 34 degree Celsius. We will directly find out by this point. The second one, efficiency of air washer. So from psychrometric chart we have find out TdB3 here 0.3 as 20.6 degrees Celsius and TdB3 dash is as an 18.7 degrees Celsius. Now what will be the efficiency equation then? Actual drop in dBT divided by ideal heat drop. Ideal drop in dBT. So TdBT minus TdB3 divided by TdB2 minus TdB3 dash. So 34 minus 20.6 divided by 34 minus 18.7. That will give you the efficiency of air washer is nothing but 87.6%. Okay, so that is the first numerical in which we have calculated the temperature at which air is heated, and second one, efficiency of air washer. Now next we will go through the second numerical. We will read it first. 250 meter cube per minute of air at atmospheric conditions, 12 degree Celsius dBT and 50% RH is supplied to an air conditioned hall. The required conditions are 18 degrees Celsius dBT and 60% RH. So we need to determine sensible heat and latent heat removed from the air per minute and sensible heat factor for the system. Now here the given terms are written here. V1, that is 250 meter cube per minute, here V1 volume. TdB1 32 degree Celsius. Phi1, that is relative humidity is given 50% RH. TdB2 18 degrees Celsius and relative humidity at point 2 is 60%. Okay, now process how we are going to locate these points. Intersection of 32 degree and 50% RH will give you the point 1. 18 degrees Celsius dBT and 60% RH will give you this point 2. Now locate point 3 by drawing horizontal line through point 2 and vertical line point 3. So we will get the point 3. Okay. Now how to calculate sensible heat? Sensible heat is calculated by enthalpy calculations. Here you can see enthalpy sensible heat, enthalpy latent heat, and this is the total enthalpy, that is total heat. So we need to find out enthalpy first at point 1, 2, 3. H1 is 70.6. By projecting at the line of enthalpy, we will get the H1 as 70.6, H2 37.5 kilojoule per kg, H3 is 52 kilojoule per kg, and V1 is, we have calculated at point 1, that is 250 meter cube per minute. Per kg we are getting 0.8848 meter cube per kg of dry air. That is the specific volume we are getting from the psychrometric chart. So here this is the V1 point. Okay. So delta HS is sensible heat, delta HL latent heat, and total heat, that is delta HT. So mass of air supplied we need, because sensible heat by equation MA H3 minus H2, here H3 minus H2 is sensible heat, H1 minus H3 is latent heat. So MA we need to find out first, that is V1 by specific volume V1, 252 divided by 0.8848, that is coming 282.5 kg per minute. So by substituting this value, we are getting the sensible heat as 4096.2 kilojoule per minute. Latent heat is coming 5254.5 kilojoule per minute. So that we are going to substitute to the sensible heat factor that we know already, that is delta HS divided by delta HS plus delta HL. So 4096.2 divided by 4096.2 plus 5254.4 will be given as an sensible heat factor as 0.438. Okay, so that's it. We can find out various parameters by using the psychrometric chart. Also room sensible heat factor and grand sensible heat factor parameters through this chart also. So we will stop here. We will continue with the same chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.